the type of character that Ted played as a manager is very much Ted DiBiase. Like that's him.
I'm going to say something that you might think controversial. You tell me if you think I'm off base. I never rated Ted as a manager. There's something about him that just comes off far flatter than when he was a wrestler. So in the mid-90s, he's wearing sort of dry, dreary suits. I mean, he's obviously a great talker and everything, but for some reason, there's something that never worked for me as him with a manager. And he was the main manager for several years in the WWF.
Yeah. No, I don't think I think the same thing. And again, I don't think it's necessarily being critical. I think, again, like I said a while back, some people like vanilla chocolate, some people like White House cherry. It's for me, having grown up and watching the Lou Albanos and the Grand Wizards and guys like that, and then like for me, Bobby Heenan, like wow, what do you say? Just phenomenal. And there's so much of that. I think it's a taste thing. The type of character that Ted played as a manager is very much Ted DiBiase. Like that's him, and he, if you've been as prolific of an in-ring performer as Ted had been, there's, I think, a reticence when you're the manager because you're not the show, you're not the star, so you're off to the side someplace, and so Ted being that kind of a guy, like more laid back in real life. I think you see a lot more of the real Ted DiBiase at ringside, albeit in character. But that's more. I'd be surprised if Ted DiBiase would have gone out and been the over the top. Nobody has the Bobby the Brain Heenan wit or the acerbity of say a Jesse Ventura. And so, like, if you're going to try to compare against those guys, and you're obviously going to be compared against them, you might as well go a completely different way. And I think that's much closer to who he really was. But you're right, was not a flamboyant manager in the sense that pro wrestling managers typically are.